Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you love thrifted DIYs, budget home decor, and turning cheap finds into high-end designer dupes, you are in the right place. Today I'm taking you through 3 thrift and yard sale scores that I transform into decor that looks like it belongs in my Gienko catalog for a fraction of the price. From a $4 box to vintage candle holders, I'm sharing every single step, product, and technique so you can recreate this look at home. If that sounds like your kind of afternoon, stick around and don't forget to hit subscribe so you never miss a transformation. Let's get into it. So this first find is honestly one of my favorite thrift scores of the year. I picked up this little box for just $4, and I want you to remember that number because by the end of this, you are going to be shocked at what it turns into. I love the shape and the size of it right away, but let's be honest, the design on it, not so much. It was busy, it was dated, and it just wasn't giving the aesthetic I was going for. But that's the beauty of thrifting. You're not buying it for how it looks, you're buying it for its potential. Before I even touched the paint, I gave it a good wipe down to get rid of any dust or grime and then taped off the little elastic band on it so I wouldn't accidentally get paint where I didn't want it. Small step, but it makes a big difference in how clean your final product looks. For paint, I reached for a chalk spray paint by Behr. I chose chalk specifically because it gives such a beautiful even coverage, and when you're trying to camouflage a busy pattern like this one, had full coverage is everything. I let that dry completely before moving to the next step because rushing this part will only cause problems later. Once it was dry, I brought in one of my absolute favorite products, Dyke Glaze from Dixie Belle. If you watched my channel for a while, you've probably seen me use this before. I used it on the table I'm currently working on, and honestly, I reach for it consistently because it's just so versatile. This glaze is rich brown tone, and the technique is simple but so effective. I apply a generous amount with a brush, working in small sections, and then I use a second clean brush to lift and blend the excess glaze away, wiping the brush clean on paper towel between passes and repeating the process across the whole piece. One tip, because I was working outside and it was warmer day, things were drying faster than usual, so I had to move quickly and work in smaller sections at a time to make sure the glaze didn't set before I could blend it. If you're working in a cooler space, you'll have a little more wiggle room. Once everything was fully dry, you can seal it to protect the finish and lock in the gorgeous age high-end look. And now this piece is not only beautiful, it's functional too. Style it on a shelf, set it on a coffee table, toss your remotes in it, stash your mail. It's a decor piece that actually earns its keep. And again, we're talking about $4 thrift find that now looks like it came straight from a high-end home boutique. Next up, if you follow my home channel, you already caught a glimpse of these on my haul. I picked up this pair of Seagrass candle holders and I was instantly drawn to the texture because I'm leaning heavily into seagrass throughout my upcoming bathroom renovation. The only issue was that the tops were a little beat up and worn. To fix that, I grab a metallic gold spray paint. A quick note on the gold spray paint, it tends to run very gold, very shiny, almost costume jewelry gold. So I like to always put it with another tone to soften it and give it more depth. I applied a coat to back and top of each candle holder, being careful to keep the paint off the natural seagrass texture. I didn't tape it off, I just worked slowly and intentionally to protect that texture because that's really the star of the piece. While the gold was still wet, I came back in with light, gentle mist coats of black spray paint. I'm talking a very light hand here. You're not trying to cover the gold, you're trying to knock it back. This step is what takes it from craft store gold to that antiqued vintage high-end finish. It softens the shine and adds instant depth and dimension. I cannot wait to style these on my vanity. I think they're going to bring so much texture and visual interest into the space. My last project actually came from yard sale, not a thrift store. Always keep your eyes open at both because you genuinely never know what you'll find. I came across this towel holder and matching hook that had that vintage look to them. They weren't heavy enough to be true vintage pieces, but the finish had a similar feel. A little too brown for my taste, with the gold pulling slightly green. I decided to keep the gold base, but push the whole look in a more intentional direction. I started with a light coat of black spray paint, mostly covering the piece, but intentionally letting some of that original gold peek through underneath. If a spray paint goes a little heavier than you want it, while it's still wet, you can gently dab off some of it before it dries. Don't be afraid to course correct mid-project. Then I reached for my bronze gilding wax first, but if I'll be honest, I didn't love the color payoff. After the bronze wax didn't give me what I wanted, I switched to my antique gold gilding wax, and that was the moment everything clicked. It gave exactly the richness and warmth I was going for. I have used this specific gilding wax on so many projects, and I keep coming back to it because it's incredibly easy to apply and gives the most beautiful, authentic gold finish. No guesswork required. Paired it with a hint of black underneath, these pieces now have so much dimension. They're going straight into my bathroom renovation and I truly think they're going to be the detail that ties the whole space together. And that's a wrap on this round of thrifty to high-end transformations. Three pieces, a handful of affordable products, and a whole lot of character added for a fraction of retail price. If you love this DIY home decor makeover, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and drop a comment letting me know which project was your favorite. I read every single one. And if you want to see how these pieces come together in my actual home, especially that seagrass bathroom reveal, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.